And I am raw to the bone. But you guys knew that. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Come on in, come on in. Let's get the show started. All right, I'm going to start y'all out with some positive vibes because you know how I feel. You know what I say. It's going to be a what? Let's see.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Here we go.
Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations.
Oh,
All that
hey,
shit to do,
Indy.
the aftermath of
Welcome from
preparation.
TikTok.
Good food,
Hey,
good
ooh.
mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake, it's called education. Come on
I
in,
try to
y'all.
do this every
Get
day,
comfortable.
call it replication. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
good
what?
day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Come
Wake
on.
up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
What?
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, yo.
Hey.
Ups and downs, just like every
Y'all
different
hear these
season,
words?
yo. Sometimes I'm high,
Other times I'm barely breathing,
yo.
y'all.
I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo.
Negative thoughts.
Thoughts are poison, they rot.
Hey.
Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost.
What?
So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken. I got
Good
patience.
morning,
One day at a time is how you
You're
walk
not late.
the cadence.
Oh, the
You
book.
grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation.
Come on.
I know that I like to do it
You're
'cause
never
it's
late.
sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration.
Don't expect greatness through my best, man. I take it. Good morning, Joe. Come on
Today's
in.
gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good
What?
day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good
Get your
day.
coffee.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
Good day.
wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
What?
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Step
Step two. Step three. Step four. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Today is going to be a good damn day. Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Friends. We have someone here from, hey, Georgie, good morning. We have someone here new from TikTok. I go live on TikTok in the morning some days before I get on Coffee with Friends, in between riding my bike. And so this morning, I got up a little early, right? Got on my bike, did 35-minute workout. And then I jumped on TikTok while I was making my coffee because I absolutely love listening to music in the morning while I make my coffee. And I share that with TikTok when I go live because so many people wake up in the morning. Some people wake up with depression. Some people, wake up and it's hard for them to get themselves together, to start their day. Some people wake up happy, but we don't know how people wake up. So not a lot of times I wake up to music because it starts my day. I love music. And so it sets the tone for the day for me. Not always, but a lot of times. And so I share that. Good morning, Soulful BBW. I share that with TikTok when I go live, right? And I just hang out with them for about 20, 30 minutes, listening to music, chatting small talk, and making new friends, right? Spread that love around. Now, every now and again, it's not happening as much as it used to when I went live. When I used to go live on TikTok in the beginning, people used to jump on and be all negative. Hey, Granny. Hey, Cougar, whatever the case may be. But, I combat those people with positive responses. They're not always positive, but the way I deliver them, I try to deliver them with positive energy, but I still sock it to them in a nice way. And it's toned down a lot, right? Because the message that I send is my platform is not for attacking people. It's not for judging people, right? I'm every now and again I might say something that offends someone, but I'm human, right? And if I do that, it's not because I mean to do it, and I need to be accountable for it, right? Because we are all a work in progress. We are all trying to, hopefully, or we should be trying to focus on the things that we need to unlearn and ways to learn more healthier ways of living life, right? Because, baby, when life's, it's hard. And you can see all the toxic energies out there. And I'm just trying to, remove the toxic shit that I contribute on a regular basis. I'm trying to mitigate that and lower it so that I can decrease what I'm putting out there as toxic. And I just ask y'all to do the same, right? Love up on each other. The fuck? Hey, Flourish, good morning. So happy freaking Thursday, y'all. So I just want to update y'all on a couple of things, right? So we haven't talked about shows to watch yet, right? And I'm going to get into all the other things that we're doing on the show. But, baby, I'm in season 4, episode 7 of Yellowstone. I want to say, Kevin Costner. I love a cowboy. That's my thing now. I'm into it. I don't know. Yellowstone did something to me, right? I done went to Texas and had a good time. Now I want to go back to Texas. I want to go to Montana. I know they don't want to see me in Montana. How many black people are in Montana? I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I'm really just asking, right? Because I never hear anybody say, oh, I want to take a vacation and I want to go to Montana. Oh, hillbilly, that's next. When I finish, don't get me excited over here. I don't have Paramount Channel. I got to figure out who going to give me their user ID for Paramount so that I can watch it. That's number 1. Number 2, if I can't find it if I can't get somebody's Paramount Plus ID, then I'm going to have to try to watch it on the box. Don't judge me. The fuck? You know, the stick, the Amazon stick. Don't judge me. Don't ask me no questions. But 1883, I didn't know anything about 1923. But I just want to hang on Yellowstone for a minute. Hey, the General. And I just want to say, that show is funny as fuck. Let me tell you why it's funny as fuck. Because I'm looking at it, right? And it's like a big oxymoron, or like, it's just weird, right? It's a great show. I love it. Okay? John, Casey, Beth, Jamie, and I love Jimmy, the guy who loves the rodeo. I love him. But let me tell y'all how funny this shit is. When I'm watching it, sometimes my mouth hit the floor. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Amazon. Because do y'all realize what's going on in Yellowstone? Right? Missed you too, Angel. John is fighting for land. He owns hundreds of thousands of acres in Montana, and he's fighting for land. I'm not going to tell y'all about the details of the show. This is just a synopsis, right? And the American natives are also fighting for the land, right? Now, the land that John owns, the white man, used to be the land for the American natives, right? And the message that they send across in Yellowstone is, you take it. I'm like, wait a minute. What? They're like, you take it. If you lose it, that's your business, right? And so it just has a deeper message in there for me. It's like I'm watching the white man fight for land that wasn't his in the first place against the people whose land it was in the first place. And then I watch the white man now fight for his land like the American natives against other white men. And I'm like, the fuck? This is true life for real. It's amazing. I love the show, but there's a lot of shit to unpack and discuss in this show. All right, now Beth, listen, Beth is teaching me some shit. I just want to say that because ladies, we be trying to be nice and ladylike. You know how men be like, oh, one reliable citizen said Beth stay on Jamie's ass, right? But now I understand why. Okay, now I understand why. One reliable sis said she went and got a Yellowstone calendar. Bitch, listen, I ain't mad. I really want to go to Montana. Who want to go to fucking Montana with me? The fuck? I just want to go see the Cowboys. I'm not here. The fuck? Beth is my. Wait. Angel said Beth Dutton is that nigga. Isn't she? And you know, men love it. But yet some of these men got us out here thinking we got to be closed mouth. We got to be so nice and meek and mild. But let me tell you, Beth is running through them bitches in Yellowstone. And the men love it. Right, Angel? Listen, Hillbilly, I'm not playing. I want to go to Montana. Angel, I know you would be my travel buddy because Angel get up and book a flight on a woo-ha, and I want to stay on a fucking ranch. Like, I want to make that shit happen. And I want to go there and be like, can y'all treat me like this is yellow? The fuck? I want to. I'm just saying, I love that show. And so when I finish, I'm trying to go slow through season 4, but I'm almost finished. And so I hope they don't take a long time to bring season 5 the fuck back because this shit is crazy. I mean, I'm just going to say one more thing. For those that watch, baby, when I found out what the train station was, I was like, wait, what? I thought they were going to the Amtrak. No, baby. Well, Angel. Angel, Angel said low key, I'd smash John. Because let me tell you something. I don't know. I never was yummy for Kevin Costner, right? He's a great actor, always played the fuck out of his roles. Hey, Mishi Boo, good morning, right? But baby, something about them fucking jeans and that cowboy fucking hat and them damn boots and the way John be looking underneath that hat, baby, he could get it. He could definitely get it. I take me a John, the fuck, and rip. And then I'm going to move on. What do y'all feel about Rip? Baby. Rip is don't fucking play with me. That's Rip. Rip is, I will fuck you up without hesitation. Rip is, I'm going to take your ass to the train station. Rip is, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I have zero fucks. Rick is, I do not even the fuck exist. I love the show. So whoever's not watching Yellowstone, please make sure you get out there and you watch it. One more show and then, Angel, right? Angel said Rip can rip this. I'm telling you, rip it right the fuck up. The fuck? Monique. Who watched Monique's new movie, The Reading? Now, I'm going to fuck somebody up. I didn't have BET Plus. Okay? Somebody, where's my homegirl, the resident nun? Y'all know her as Brandilla, but the resident nun is her original Coffee with Friends name. Our resident nun, no, it wasn't the resident. Yes, it was. It was the resident nun because between her and Glamour 47, they always keep me up to date on what to watch on TV. Our resident nun told me, Robin, watch The Reading. This look like your type of movie. Monique was running around, still looking like Precious, and somebody said it, and I was like, oh my God, why was I thinking that the whole damn time I'm watching a show? Like, I cannot get Precious out of my damn head, right? It was so fucking corny. Now, my friend loved the movie, but I didn't. My girlfriend, she was like, I loved it. The only thing I loved about that movie is fuck them kids and fuck you too. That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. Fuck them kids and fuck you too. That was hilarious, the way she said it. And I already used that soundbite, but I didn't like it. So if anybody else saw it and they liked it, okay. I didn't like that. But whatever, it's something to watch. So Monique is back on the scene. Looks like she's getting some work. Good for her. I like to see people eat, right? Touring the South Side, I'm going to pass on Montana. It gives too much get out vibes to me. You're not going to go to Montana and drink no tea? The fuck? One reliable sense said Rip is the true meaning of right-hand man till death. Right? That. Listen, I need a friend like Rip. Listen, I need a friend like Rip. Actually, I do have a friend like Rip. I do have a friend like Rip. You know, I really do have a friend like Rip. Like I call this person, and she would be down for the get down at any old time, right? She'd be like, the first question she asked me is, "Are we gonna live through it?" Okay. Anytime I go to this particular person, and I'll be like, "Listen, we got to do some shit," and she'd be like, "Just answer this: Are we gonna live through it?" And sometimes I don't know, but she still be right there. That's a rip for your ass. That's a rip for your ass. That's a ride or die. Who else got a friend in their pack that's their rip? I'm just asking. And if you ain't got one, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're hard to come by. They hard to come by. But anyway, y'all, let's get into the positive thought of today because the month of February focuses on love. And you know, the readings these past couple of days, baby. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I've done the pre-recordings just so that I can jump on and read the positive thought and it can just be out there because I went into the office on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I can't skip a day in February. February is some deep shit. February makes you go back and think some things through really and thoroughly, right? February talks about love in so many different ways. It makes you question your ability to love and how you're loving yourself and how you show up in love, right? And how do you move in love, right? Even when it's difficult, even when the people around you make you feel unloving, even when situations make you feel unloving, how do you stay continuing to move in love, even when it's hard? Something to think about, right? Hey, So Blessed 2021. So I'm going to go ahead and read February 9th because a lot of us, we say we move in love and we say we love. Okay? But do we truly move in love? Well, I don't know. That's a question that each one of us has to ask ourselves and deep dive and hold ourselves accountable for the things that we do on a regular basis and the ways that we treat people on a regular basis. But mainly, if you're not showing up for yourself in love, you can't show up for nobody else in love. So February 9th is today, Thursday. I will know love when I realize there are times when the right road takes a wrong turn. The right road takes a wrong turn. What does that mean? When you do not stand fully in the truth of what you know, what you feel, and who you are withholding your love. To stand means to express, to share, and to honor. I'm going to read that shit again. Because a lot of us as human beings don't give us the room or the platform to do this. Right? And if you're not given the platform to do this, then you're not moving in love, right? To stand means to express, to share, and to honor. To express how you feel. Share your feelings. Honor your feelings. Standing is the way we demonstrate self-support, self-love, and self-respect. In doing this for ourselves, we do it for others. Often we withhold our truth and our love because we do not want to hurt or upset people. Sometimes we simply are not aware of what we are doing. When, however, we consciously choose not to express what we feel, not to share what we know, not to be honest about who we are in fact withholding our love. Why? Some of us do this because we are afraid to express how we truly feel in fear of upsetting the next person. But when you get in a space where you're afraid to express honor, your feelings and emotions because you don't want to upset the next person, then you're not self-loving. You are depriving yourself of love because you don't want to upset the next person. And then you have to sit there and you have to ask yourself, if this next person is not giving me platform to express myself, what the fuck am I doing here with this person? Sometimes we simply are not aware of what we are doing. I read that. We are withholding our love. At the core of your being, there is love. Love is your spiritual identity. Every experience, every encounter, every lesson learned you to be a greater expression of love. And what happened? I had a minute. I had connection. Oh, all right. I'm still connected. My Wi-Fi went down for a minute. That's crazy. All right. The only way you can express love is to stand in the truth of your identity. Love is a force. Very often, it is the force that shakes us awake, slaps us into reality, moves us out of fear, or forces us to do the very thing we convinced ourselves that we could not do. For all you know, you may be the only expression of love that another person comes in contact with on any given day. When you withhold what you think may hurt them, you may be withholding the very thing that could save, help, or heal them. Until today, you may have believed that the people in your life could not handle the truth you know and feel. Just for today, be devoted to loving and trusting people enough to share with them the truth about you. Express what you know in a loving way. Share what you know from a place of love and concern. Be who be who you honestly are as a demonstration of your understanding that love harmonizes all things and all people. Today, I am devoted to telling the truth to those I love, and I am trusting that they can handle it. How many people expressed their truth to someone that they loved and they couldn't handle it? How did that leave you feeling, and how do you think that left them feeling? That's my question. That's my question. And this particular month, with February focusing on love, it has highlighted a lot of things, that I can apply to my life on a daily basis, right? And one of the things that I realize and I recognize is that not everybody can handle the truth. Not everybody can handle candid, upfront conversations or difficult conversations, right? And to me, one thing that I'm learning is we automatically assume that the people in our lives, they're close to us, they love us, or whatever the case may be. But one of the things that I'm learning is, expressing your love, expressing your needs, right? Honoring yourself, right? It's sometimes hard for other people to listen to. Like, I have had experiences where I've gone to friends or family members or whatever and expressed myself or tried to express myself or present what I think is the truth about my feelings or whatever, and they didn't want to hear it, right? They didn't want to hear it. So what happens when you go to your friends or your family members that are closest to you and you expressing you're trying to honor yourself, right? You're not withholding your love. You're presenting them with your feelings, your truth, and they don't want to hear it, right? You have to ask yourself, am I that person that says, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to deal with it? Or are you that person who always finds yourself being dismissed and we talked about being dismissed the other day, being dismissed, or people not respecting or allowing you space to honor your feelings because they can't deal with the truth. How do you manage relationships like that? Because I'm asking. One of the things that I'm finding out is you can tell the true depth of your relationships. Good morning, Danta. You can tell the true depth of your relationships based on the arguments you have and how you recover or don't recover, right? A lot of us walk around and we think that we are surrounded by loved ones, people that care about us. But as soon as we need to express ourselves or tell our truths, and some of these people are not willing to accept it, it can determine the depth of your relationship with those people, right? So if they turn around and they dismiss you, or they turn around and they say they don't want to hear it, then you have to ask yourself, how are they moving in love? And how am I honoring my love by continuing to have people in my life that do not allow me to honor my love? You have to ask yourself that. Now, I'm not saying everybody in your life has to take on your problems and your issues, right? But we should be able to honor ourselves and express our truths to the people in our lives, right? And move in love. If you are that person, good morning, Pat. If you are that person that have people in your lives that come to you and express things to you and you don't want to hear them and you shun them off, are you moving in love? Are you thinking about how that affects the next person? How do you deal with being told the truth or something that makes you feel uncomfortable from the mouth of someone you love? Do you honor yourself in love? And do you honor the people in your lives? Right? This is something we have to think about. I thought it was a good message. February is kicking ass and taking numbers. It got me scratching my head. It's got me looking around. It's got me asking myself some questions. Am I honoring myself and self-love? I think that, I am moving in that direction, right? And as I move in that direction and honor myself, people, places, and things, like I always say, changes, right? And in the mode of honoring yourself and honoring your love and respecting yourself, right? Things might change, but ultimately for the better. Let me tell y'all, my life over the last 6 months has shifted and it looks different. It looks different. But, a part of me mourned the old. I did. Right? That's that grieving process. When you're going through change and you're learning to step into your true self and honor your own feelings and your own needs and loving up on yourself, but doing it out loud, right? You start to evolve. That's why, in my post, I put the evolution of Raw, because for me, I feel that my environment, my things, my interests change, right? And that's going to impact people in my life, right? But I still got to do it anyway. And when I said I mourned during the change, the 6 months that has shown itself up different for me, I had mourned the old. But as I mourned the old, right? I also smiled and welcomed the new. I did, right? It wasn't easy because through that mourning process, I didn't know what was going to come out on the other side. But the one thing that I recognize right now, and I say to myself, is this is the first time in my life, hey, Danny Hud, good morning. The first time in my life that I felt a little bit free. And I'm 56. I feel a little bit free. So free that the other day, I have a bucket list. And one of the things that I told y'all was I want to travel by myself because I always want to travel. And I don't have friends that could just pick up and travel for various reasons, right? Their schedule, kids, whatever the case may be, right? Money, not that I got any, the fuck. But I feel so free to the point where the other day I went and I looked up a trip to Jamaica because that's my favorite island. And I said, you know what? If I book this trip, I'm gonna go by my fucking self. That's how free I feel. Now it took me time because the mourning process of the change of walking into loving myself, was not easy. And I'm still walking in that path. I'm still walking towards that direction of continuing to love myself out loud, right? And adjusting to the change, the constant changes, so that I can continue to love myself out loud in healthy ways, right? I'm adjusting. But the one thing I am learning is I will not put myself last. And you guys should not either. Love yourself first. Never withhold your love. Period. Do not withhold your love thinking that whatever you are going to express is going to upset the next person. A lot of us withhold things because we don't want to upset the next person. So what message are you sending when you do that? You are saying their feelings matter over yours. Their feelings and their mental state is more important than yours because you are holding in your feelings, your emotions, because you don't want to upset them. I used to be that person. I had about 3 people in my lifetime, across my life. 3 people that I had to walk, not I had to, but I walked pins and needles around them. I tiptoed around them because every little thing upset them or they don't want to talk about it. And I found that I was bottling up all of my emotions, right? I was not truly expressing my feelings. I watched them unpack their feelings in front of me. I watched them talk about their life, their difficulties, everything, right? But I walked around them in pins and needles because they were easily to get upset. 3 people in my lifetime. And ultimately what happens on the other side of that is when you are dealing with people that do not allow you to express yourself because they get upset and they don't want to hear it, you start to bottle up your feelings. You start to feel lonely. You start to feel like there's nobody you could talk to. This is why therapy is the best thing in the whole universe. A lot of us turn to our friends and our family members to be our therapists. But the one thing your therapist is never going to tell you is, I don't want to hear it. The one thing your therapist is not going to do is get upset. So if any of you are out there and you find yourself bottling up your feelings, withholding your love, right? Because you are surrounded by those type of people that get upset when you express yourself. But these are the very people you call your friends, your loved ones, your family, your significant other, but they don't allow space for you to express yourself. And you find that you're bottling it up. I mean, stop fucking talking to them and go find some therapy or find better friends. I posted something. I forget her name, but she's obviously popular because when people like the video, they were like, oh, she's good. I follow her, so and so and so. But I posted a video where this woman, she was talking about, you need new friends. You need friends that can travel. You need friends that are lawyers. You need friends that support you. You need friends that got their own businesses. You need friends that are making moves. You need friends that know how to communicate. You need friends that love up on you and allow you to love up on them. And family members. Right? We have to learn to honor our own selves, right? Many of us are honoring other people's feelings and emotions above ours. We are. And for the first time in my life, right, these last several months, 2 plus 3 years almost, I have been going through a change, right? And finally, I didn't recognize the change a year ago. I see it now. I see it now. Right? I'm unlearning the people pleasing because that's still taking time to unpack. I told y'all that I had an issue with people pleasing. I'm always people pleasing. So when people withdraw from me or people are upset with me, I take it real personal. I do. And I get in my head and I'm overthinking and I start thinking, what did I do? Right? But I'm unlearning that negative trait because I can't control what other people do. I can only control how I feel and how I respond to these things, right? And continue to honor myself and love myself through it all. And what I've noticed about myself is, respectfully, I give less and less fucks. But respectfully, not with anger, right? Not with anger because life's, right? I say, pay attention to people that are in your life because truly the difficult conversations, loving up on yourself and showing that love and asking for space to be able to express your feelings and emotions will show you what type of friends you have, what type of relationships you have. We use the word friends lightly. Family, we call family because they just our family. We didn't pick them. Danny Hud said, that's when shit get real and find out who really cares and love you. Anybody had a situation where, they ultimately found out where they thought they were close with someone or friends that y'all thought y'all were close with, and then you had a difficult conversation and you realized that y'all wasn't as close as you thought you were? Like Danny Hud said, this is when shit gets real and you find out who really cares and loves you. Touring the AFC South. You better say that. And see, this is what I mean. But do you really mean that, touring the AFC South? Do you really fucking mean that? See, that shit right there, I love that. Touring the AFC South said, be exactly who you are. You know when people say that, do they really mean it? Hey, Zen. Good morning. What people think of me is none of my damn business, period. Well, that part, what people think of me is none of my damn business, period. This is why I said I'm giving less and less fuck. See, I used to care a whole lot. And it used to depress me. Used to make me feel bad. And you know what I said? My friends know me. My family members know me. So if you do some shit to me, you know exactly how it's going to make me feel. And if you do it anyway, then if you ever said to me, be exactly who you are a liar. Because when I was being exactly who I was, do y'all really mean that shit? Be exactly who you are. Because I am exactly who I am. And I tell people all the time, be exactly who the fuck you are. I want to love you authentically. I want to love you for who you are, not what I think I need you to be. And really and truly, I don't go out with any prereqs of needing anybody to be anything. Either I click with you or I don't. Torin the AFC South said, I am who I am. That's who I am. Period. Ghost said, loyalty makes you family. Blood makes you related. The fuck? Mm-hmm. That part. Loyalty makes you family. Loyalty makes you family. Right? Do y'all really mean that? When you tell people be exactly who you are, do y'all fucking mean it? Because the one thing I'ma call a lot of motherfuckers liar, 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 pants on fire. Because the one thing I learned about myself is in these last 3 years, I am who I act out exactly how I am. I've always did that, but really and truly in the last 3 years, I've really stepped into myself where I'm trying to unlearn that people pleasing shit and caring about other people's feelings above mine. Those are the other additional things that I've stepped into. And as I stepped into those things, I continue to watch my world change. Right? I continue to watch people who expect me to put them first, their feelings and their needs first, and push my feelings and needs last. And when they see that I'm pushing me first, there's a problem. And then I say to myself, do you want me to be who I am? Or do you just need me to be what you need me to be? Pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to how you move in love and how you're honoring your own love. Because how you love yourself is how other people are going to love you. See, I realized I wasn't loving myself right. And that's why I had these raggedy ass relationships. I wasn't loving myself right. I was loving without boundaries. But now I am loving with boundaries. And for some, it looks mean. It looks uncaring, but it's not. Oh, Zen said, for the first time, I agree with Ghost. Good morning, Lita girl. Lita girl said, yes, ma'am. Just happened last week. I just had a difficult conversation with a friend of 20 plus years and it didn't go well. Baby, Lita girl. I can relate. This is when you tell your true status of your relationships with people, right? And you know, it's so fucking crazy because I have a few friends, right? And when I say friends, I really mean friends. Like, and one particular friend, right? This is my ride or die, right? This is my ride or die chick. We went through some shit. Years. We have known each other 30 years, almost 30 years, about 30 years, right? And we went through some shit, had difficult conversations, cussed each other the fuck out, hung up on each other, did some real toxic shit to each other, right? In words, in arguments, said some negative shit, did some things that I thought the relationship was never gonna recover. Guess what? She's still here. I'm still here. We are still friends, right? That's when you know that's your ride or die. Difficult conversations will show you if you are honoring yourself in love and if the people in your life are honoring you in love. And if they're moving in love and if you're moving in love, it'll definitely show up. So Lita girl, what happens now? After the conversation happened and it didn't go well, what happens now? All right. Ghost said, Uhu said, I've been always real, never fake. I will never change for nobody. That's why I stay to myself. But you shouldn't have to, right? Why is it so difficult for people to accept you for who you are? Because we walk around and we say that. But it's not true. It's not true. Because I found the more myself I am, you know, people act weird. Leader Girl said, today's message is for me. I am all for self-preservation, but there is a delicate balance between handling other people's feelings. Yes, Leader Girl. There's a delicate balance between handling other people's feelings. There's a delicate balance. I agree with that. So how do you, Leader Girl, handle other people's feelings? I'm asking. Hey, Damaris, good morning. I'm asking. I know I'm still working on myself. I don't have as much patience a lot of times with people's feelings, but I'm being accountable. I'm stepping into the accountability ring and I'm being accountable, right? But the one thing I do not do is I don't hang up the phone on my friends. I do not dismiss you in conversations where you're expressing yourself. I might not agree with what you're saying. I might want to give you my input and my opinion, but the one thing I will try not to do is dismiss you, because I think everybody needs a platform, especially if y'all are calling each other friends. You need to be able to have open communication, open dialogue. Even if y'all get upset, you should be able to bounce back. You should be able to bounce back, right? Danny said, blood doesn't mean shit, but loyalty is everything. And I'm learning this now, how people move. Are you moving in love for yourself and for others? Zen said, in the past 20 plus years, I have lived as my authentic self. If people don't like me because of, it's well. Not everyone can deal with all this happiness and love. Right? That part. But you know what's sad and unfortunate, Zen? As you start living your authentic self and you are breeding that happiness, right? That happiness is spreading. But you lose people in your life. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Did they like me better when I was miserable? When I was unhappy? When I didn't express myself? Did they like that more? Mishi said, people who have hurt my feelings, I stay away. I have folks on time out. I think of me first these days. I used to chase people, right? Because I'm an overthinker and I hate to lose people. I tell y'all that all the time. I used to chase people. I don't anymore. If you don't want to be here, I'm okay with that, right? Because I am just me, right? And we have to learn to accept who we are and ask ourselves on a daily basis, are we moving in love? And as long as we are moving in love and we are honoring ourselves and we have our boundaries up, right? Because we are respecting ourselves, other people should love that about you, but not everybody will. I'm all up in my head, Eminem song. Congratulations to his daughter who got engaged, right? Eminem's daughter just got engaged. Leader Girl said, I've learned that some people are not emotionally mature when it comes to their shit. Adult conversations include accountability, self-reflection, and open dialogue, baby. All of that. Self-reflection, accountability, open dialogue. So what happens when the people in your life do not allow for open dialogue? What do you do about that? Hey, Val, what do you do when the people in your life shut the door on open dialogue, but yet they say they love you? A lot of us accept that. A lot of us have people in our lives that we know we can't have open dialogue with, that we know will never be accountable for their behavior, but yet we adjust how we move to still move with them. Why? Why? Why are you self-sabotaging your self-love? Why are you adjusting how you express yourself and your emotions because the next person is not emotionally mature? Protect your peace and protect your energy. Sometimes you got to go in a timeout space. Get your thoughts together and figure out how you're going to move through. Right? But you should never be in a space where you can't be your authentic self. Right? We have to stop saying things like everybody is different and everybody should be their authentic self. But then y'all go out here and y'all mistreat people because they are being their authentic self, or you don't like somebody because they are living in their truth. You don't have to be their friend. Right? But don't lie and say I accept you for who you are, and you know you don't. Mishi Boo said exactly, Raw. No more chasing, and God will put the right people in your path. That part. You know, when you go through a healing period, a healing journey, right? A phase in your life, I keep saying people, places, and things will continue to change, right? Because you will attract what you are putting out, right? And if you are loving yourself and there are people in your life that are not loving up on themselves or do not move in love, it's going to show up in your healing journey, because you're going to start unpacking toxic shit and you're going to start to see things a lot more clearly. And you're going to start looking around your circle and you're going to be like, that's toxic. Nope. And that's okay too. Tora in the South said, I've stepped more into being who I am more over the pandemic. That's something positive that came along with the pandemic for me, along with the lock journey. Congratulations, Tora in the AFC South. I've always been me, but also in parallel to that, I have tweaked myself a little bit to make people feel comfortable, but I'm not doing that anymore. If you love me authentically, then how I move should not make you uncomfortable. Expressing my feelings should not make you uncomfortable. Tora in the South said, great for me is I have friends that are still here and they right there for me. We are always going to be friends because we understand we evolve as people over time. That part. Anybody got friends that hate you because you evolving? Hate is a strong word. Let's say have issue because you are evolving. And not that they came to you and said, I have an issue with you because you are evolving, right? But things start to show up in your friendship or your relationship with your significant other or your family members that look like they're not really feeling you as you take on your evolution. How do you deal with that? Because the general said his friends understand we evolve as people over time. Do y'all understand that? You know how many people have said to me, you've changed? And I'm like, damn it. Am I not supposed to change? Am I forever supposed to be the same? My life, everything that happens in my life, my experiences, everything is a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment. I'm never going to be the same. I'm always going to be evolving. Right? So when people say you've changed, what the fuck does that mean? I'm always going to be changing. Growing up, I hope. The fuck? Yes, If you are on YouTube, give me the thumbs up. If you are on IG, give me the hearts, y'all. Val said, or talk about them. What do you mean, Val? They talk about them behind your back. They talk about you behind your back. What do you mean by that? Zen said, that's okay when you weed people out of your life because there is no value or there is no positivity. It allows for growth and for other beautiful things to flourish. I love that. Yes. And we have to remember that part, right? Because through the grieving, we forget that part. Right? Because when you lose people, you grieve, right? But on the opposite side of that, what Zen is saying is there's growth, there's positivity, there's beautiful things that will come out of that and you will flourish, right? It's a part of growing, right? It's a part of growing. And it's sad and it's unfortunate that we can't grow and become healthier people and still maintain some of our relationships, right? And that's a pure sign of how much toxic shit we need to unlearn, right? How much toxic shit we need to unlearn. Okay? Val said, right, being your authentic self comes with criticism and those friends talking about you because they can't accept your growth. Like, I know, Val, I'm telling you, I have seen it, right? I have seen it. I have seen it in my life. And I have sat down and I scratched my head and I said, well, what the fuck did I do? What happened? And sometimes what I'm trying to tell myself right now is sometimes it don't have shit to do with you. It's them. Sometimes they see you growing, you evolving, right? You stepping into your authentic self and giving zero fucks about it. And they feel different. And it might impact your friendship, your relationship with them for whatever reason. Pay attention. Pay attention because the people in your lives should accept you for who you are, not just run their mouth and say words, oh, be yourself. But then when you be yourself, they got a problem with it. No, you want to know that the people in your life understand that they accept you for your authentic self and they understand that on a regular basis, you are going to be working on your growth and you're going to be constantly evolving. And so when don't get mad and come in and tell me that I've changed because I hope so. I hope I continue to change for the better. Always. Always. People have shamed me for changing. And I used to be sad about that. But then I thought about it and I said, if I stayed the same, I was sad. I was sad. But if I stayed the same, they were happy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Your friends should never want you to stay the same if you are not happy. Zen said, when people told me that I've changed, I usually say, thanks for noticing. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Thanks for noticing. But if they say it negatively to emphasize that they don't approve, I say, yes, I've changed and I've grown. You haven't? Oh, why? Haven't you? Exact, Zen, I love it. I love that response because people will try to shame you for changing. That's not moving in love. How do you move in love on a daily basis? Val, talk. You feel it when you're around them in your spirit. You do. Theo said most of the time, not sometime, it has nothing to do with you. That's true, Theo. But you know, I be all in my head though. asking myself, what did I do? And you know what? Even if I fucking did something, this is how I navigate my friendships, right? Even if I did some shit to you, if we are friends, or you my man, or you my family member, talk about it. The fuck? Talk about it. Communicate. Work it out. Right? But when people don't want to work stuff out, it's a true telling sign of the depth of your relationship with that person or people. We should be able to discuss it. Val said, I've learned that the people that never changed have the same ways are the most miserable people. That part, and they don't like to see the change in you. And that's when you have to assess who you have in your circle. I agree, Val. We should be able to talk about it. Hey, Magnetic 944. Amazon said, some just wish they could be you, wish they could be their true self like you are doing. But what does that mean, Amazon? You know, a lot of people say that. Oh, they wish they could be you. Or, oh, you know, maybe there's a jealousy. Why do people, have these jealousies? If you are friends, can your friends be jealous of you? Can your loved ones be jealous of you? Is that even moving in love? When you are jealous, I don't think that that's moving in love. And when you're wishing you could be me, there's a positive way of wishing you could be me versus the negative way of mistreating me because you wish you could be me. What is that? What is that? Why do people get upset or hold ill feelings because they want to be you? I've been hearing people say people get upset because they want to be like the other person. Why though? Oh my God, Val, but why? Well, how could your friend see? This is what I don't understand. Is that really a true friend if they're jealous of you? Is it? Like, I don't understand. I've never had a friend that I was jealous of. Never. Shit, if my friends are making it, I made it too. Shit. If they got a big ass house and I'm still living in an apartment, I got someplace to go chill. You cannot call somebody your friend if they are jealous of you. I'm just telling y'all, wake the fuck up, y'all. Y'all not drinking y'all coffee. Y'all just gonna still be calling people your friends and they be jealous of y'all. That is not friendships. We need to talk about what the fuck true meaning of a friendship is. That's a different conversation for a different day. But some of y'all are using this word friendship loosely. Okay? Friends should not be jealous of you. That's not a friend. FYI. Hey, Jade. Hey, Maya. Good morning. Friends should not be jealous of you. Okay? Period. Uhu said, all the friends I had, they either moved, betrayed me, or just stopped talking to me. It hurts not to have a best friend or any friends. I get it, Uhu. I get it. But when they stopped talking to you, did y'all ever figure out why? Why they stopped talking to you? Right? Exactly, Ulysses Harvey. That's what the fuck. Y'all better say it. Friends aren't jealous of friends. So if you got people in your circle that are jealous or don't allow you to express your feelings, where you can't have open dialogue, you can't have the difficult conversations and shit like that, then that is a true tell sign of the depth of your relationship with that person or people. Pay attention. Pay attention. Honor yourself. That's what this message in this book said today. Honor yourself in love always. And if we are in relationships with people who are jealous of us, who are dismissing our feelings, who's not allowing space, they are not moving in love. And it's not allowing you to move in love for yourself. That's not a friend. That's not. Ask yourself each day, how am I moving in love? Be accountable for your own actions, right? We can't change other people, but we can start with working on ourselves individually. And that's what I'm doing. I know I'm not perfect. I'm going to continue to make a lot of mistakes because I'm human, right? And I hope that the people in my life give me room to be able to make the mistakes and be able to come back from these mistakes. But when I make these mistakes and you don't make room for me to come back on these mistakes, then that also tells the true tell sign of the depth of our relationship. Now I understand as we get older why the older we get, the less and less friends we have. Because the less and less patience we have because we are too busy trying to self-love. Take an assessment. But first, start with yourself. Ask yourself, how do I move in love? And then ask yourself, how do I show up in love for the people in my life? My friends, my family, my significant other, right? How do you deal with people when they say you changed and they make it sound negative? How do you deal with that? How do you deal when you got people in your life and they're jealous? How do you deal with that? We still have to move in love for ourselves, honor ourselves, and move in love. Mishi Boo said, at Uhu, it's okay. Sometimes it's best to be by yourself. Take care of yourself and the right folks will come. That part, I'm learning that. I am absolutely learning that. Val said, I move in love always, but I try to see the God in everyone or the good. I love it. So with that, y'all, that is an extension of today's positive thought. And I expanded on that by talking about and asking the question of how do you move in love, right? And so that was our topic of the day. It is 9:08. I just want to say, continue to love up on yourself. And the more you love up on yourself, that love will transcend over into your friendships and your other relationships. Continue to honor yourself in love, right? Be truthful with your feelings and emotions. Express your feelings and emotions. The God, okay, in them. And if you outgrow people, it's okay. Or if they outgrow you, that's fine too, right? People have a right to evolve and change, right? People have a right to be their authentic self and not be apologetic about it, right? It's up to us to self-honor. And then we pay attention to our external environment and we hope that those people honor us as well. And if they don't, be accountable, hold them accountable, and then determine what your next steps are. Yes, ooh, the right folks are right here. And we are. And we are. Pat said jealousy is so destructive and it's hard to understand. Some so-called friends will delight to see you fail. Please tell me why this is not love. It's not. It's not. It's not. Val said, I started hanging with an old friend here and I just can't do it anymore. And sometimes because you outgrew them. And that's okay. That is okay. Okay. And with that, y'all, there's a couple of things that I want to update you guys on. Oh my God. Today is February 9th, y'all. You know what that means? Our NOLA trip, Coffee with Friends, Let the Good Times Roll trip is coming up. Angel, I know you're going. Or who do we still have Ghost, Fancy K, and Uhu coming to New Orleans? Who is still coming to New Orleans? And did I get t-shirt sizes, right? Because I need t-shirt sizes so I can bring you guys some goodies. If you don't give me your t-shirt sizes, guess what? You're not getting no t-shirt. Okay? Because I can't just be carrying shit to carry shit. All right? The NOLA trip vow is March 9th. Exactly a month away. March 9th to March 12th is a quick trip for us to go to NOLA, hang out. A few of us from Coffee with Friends will be there. We're going to hang out. I'll be meeting a lot of you guys for the first time because I've been talking to you guys for a year, 2 years, 3 years over this platform. And a lot of you guys I have not met personally. So the two trips we have this year, NOLA is March 9th through the 12th. Okay. And then Cancun, our summer soiree, is August 10th through the 15th. Now, for the Cancun summer soiree, because for the NOLA trip, you guys are booking your own trip. My travel agent is not doing that trip. She is focusing on the Cancun trip because we have a lot of shit to do with the Cancun trip. We have a wedding that's a part of our Coffee with Friends soiree. And we have our summer soiree activities. So we got a lot of activities that's going to be happening from August 10th to August 15th. Okay, Val, we have some solo travelers also. We have two other people, Val, that are traveling solo. Did you already book your room, Val? Because we do have some solo travelers because they couldn't find roommates and they booked their own room. Just book and come. You ain't got to get the expensive room. We ain't going to be in the room that much. But we do have solo travelers. So if you have not put your deposit down, please make sure you are getting your deposit down because the rooms are going fast, y'all. I almost got a scare last week when I got a call that said that they think that the rooms are limited, right? And the travel agent jumped back on the case and tried to get a block of rooms. So please, guys, the hotel is not going to hold these rooms for us. We have booked about 8 rooms by now, 7 rooms, 8 rooms by now. We need to book our next set of rooms. I know people are saying they're going, but I almost got a scare. All right, because other travel agencies are booking rooms and blocks of rooms and stuff too. It's not just us. Okay. And so if you want to go on the summer soiree trip this year, 2023, August 10th to August 15th to Cancun, make sure you go to my bio, you hit the summer soiree link and you book your trip, period. Now the trip, all the information in the trip is there. Yes, Ghost. Avia told me that people were calling her about the wedding. All right, so Ghost. The other thing is, like I said, there's a wedding. That's a part. We have Coffee with Friends members on here that got engaged around the holidays. They are going to have their wedding ceremony with us in Cancun. I'm so excited. So keep in mind, they have wedding guests that are coming. Okay, that do not join the show, but they are coming on the trip and they are also booking rooms. Okay, and so if you want your rooms, you better book. You better book. $50 will hold your damn room. Just make sure that by July 1st, your room is paid up. $50 will hold your room. And then you can rest until July knowing that you got a damn room. Thank you, Val. Do it today. Do it today. We got a lot of activities planned. My girlfriend is helping me. I got a big itinerary for this Cancun soiree. I need y'all to show up and show out for me, not only for me, but for our engaged couple, Ghost and Fancy K, or Fancy K and Ghost. I think the lady's name goes first, right? All right. All right. Those are our 2 events. And then the last thing I want to remind y'all, tomorrow is February 10th. What does that mean? It's Freestyle Friday, but not only Freestyle Friday. Y'all thought I forgot about Coffee with Friends After Dark. I didn't. Coffee with Friends After Dark is tomorrow. Have a good day, Val. Thanks for joining, and book your trip. Okay, book your trip. All right. Coffee with Friends After Dark is tomorrow night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, y'all. All right, 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Moore. Did y'all go? Is it already official? Because what the fuck? I'm waiting. All right. So make sure you show up for Coffee with Friends After Dark. This is the V-Day edition, Valentine edition. All right. We're going to be talking about, what were we talking about for the V-Day edition? What was it? What's the topic? V-Day edition. What are we talking about on Coffee with Friends After Dark? I'm having a brain fog right now, but whatever it is, it's going to be a dark and stormy conversation. That's it and that's all. All right. You said Mr. and Mrs. Moore, it's done? Let me know. Don't keep secrets. Hey, Brandilla. Good morning, a.k.a. our resident nun. But anyway, guys, I'm going to close the show. Oh, okay. I love that. Oh, my God. Yes, Ghost. Before I close the show, Ghost just said, I said, are y'all getting married? Did y'all get married yet? Because, we're not trying to, they're not trying to do the wedding, like the officiant part in Mexico, because you want your marriage license in the United States of America. Fuck that. All right. You just going over to Mexico to do the ceremony and make it look pretty and have the joy party, but you get your paperwork here. Right. And so I love the fact that you guys are doing premarital therapy sessions. I'm going to do that shit too. I know I'm 56, but it might be a chance for me to get married again. I would do it. I would get married again. I would. But that premarital therapy is good. I'm going to do that shit too. Wait, all right. That's what we're talking about. Would you get your side piece? How do you handle your side piece on Valentine's Day? Thank you, Uhu, for keeping me honest. I need to write this shit down. Side piece on V-Day. Let me put this right down in my notes. Side piece on V-Day. Wait, what Ghost say? Hell no? Listen, I'm trying to figure out if I'm getting something for Valentine's Day. What the fuck? Wait, Ghost said them not my bitches. They just my playthings. This is the man that's getting married. He said he didn't get his side piece no V-Day gift because those are just his bitches. They not his bitches. They're not his bitches. They just his playthings. That's a conversation for Coffee with Friends After Dark. I'm going to wait to bench that there. But for now, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out on some positive vibes to end the day. You know what I say? Love each other no matter what. Ask yourself on a regular basis, how am I moving in love? And when you fall off that wagon and you feel like you're not moving in love, that's okay. Get back on that horse and ride. And continue to move in love. We're going to fall off that horse every now and again because we are human. But even when you feel low, you can still feel low, you can still go. Yes. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Yep. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still and go. And I don't. Go. Hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am going to the bone. Thank you for showing up today. You guys move with love and love up on yourselves and love up on your brothers and sisters, all right? And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey! I don't want to be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I ain't right there. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients. Hey, with the negativity, but I just fly right by that energy. What? Even when you feel low, you can still go. What? Even when you feel slow, you can still what? Even when there's no hope, you can still what? I never ran sitting on, man, I still and go. I don't. And with that, y'all, I'm out. Peace, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. All right.